Hi soulmates, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Tekla Ezugu, and in today's video I'll be teaching you the best method of achieving an armhole princess dart. So if this sounds like something that you like to learn, go ahead now, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and also remember to turn on your notification bell so that you, my precious one, be the very first person to know any day and anytime I upload a new. So for this particular video, we are first going to do the pattern drafting, and I will advise you to leave everything you are doing and pay a close attention to this pattern. So this pattern is a size 12 and my shoulder to nipple is 11 inches. My shoulder to underbust is 15 and then my shoulder to waist is 18, and then I marked my shoulder to hip, which is about 28 inches, right? Now, just go ahead to connect your lines. Now, this is my bust line, my under bust, my waist, and then my hip line, of course. So now that you have marked out your horizontal measurement, we are now going to go ahead to mark out our neckline. The neck width we are using for this tutorial is 3.5 inches, and then the neck depth is also 3.5 inches. Now go ahead and connect your neckline. My shoulder divided by 2 is 16, is 8. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2, which is 8. And then on the bust point line, I came up by 2 inches. And that same 8 inches that I have on the shoulder, I also extended it down to the 2 inches. And then I'm going to use that to connect my shoulder measurements. So from my bust point line, I came up by 2 to get my armhole line or my chest line. You can come up by 1.5 or even 2. And then I went ahead to connect the lines together. Now go ahead to mark your shoulder slope. For my shoulder slope, I came down by 1 inch and then I connected it back to my neckline. Then my bust span, which is my nipple to nipple divided by 2, is 4. My bust span is 8 inches divided by 2, which is 4. I then went ahead to mark that 4 on my bust point, on my waist, and then on the full length of my pattern. And now I'm going to go ahead to connect that together. So at this point, I'm trying to connect with a marker just so you can see everything clearly. So now that our pattern is ready, now go ahead to input your dart intake. So for this particular pattern, on the other side of my pattern, I'm going to take in 1.5, and then on the center part, I'm going to take in only half inches, which means that the dart intake we are taking for this pattern is 2 inches. So on the center part, I took out half. I did the same thing on the under bust, and then on the side part, I took out 1.5, making it a total of 2 inches. And then you are going to go ahead and place your curve ruler and then connect it together. So just go ahead to connect your curve and also connect the half inches all the way to the hemline. So now that you have done that, also go ahead to connect the 1.5 inches as well all the way to the hemline. Please kindly note that my lines extended to my hip line. I did not reduce the dart leg as I was going down, right? So I'm just imputing the dart intake that we took out, and then I will now go ahead to connect from my bust point to my under bust. Please kindly take note of how I am placing my ruler. You can see the way I'm placing my curve ruler just to get a very nice and smooth curve. So all these places that I'm shading right now are out because this is our dart intakes and we are going to be taking out this particular part. Now my bust divided by 4 is 10 inches. The bust I am working with is 40 divided by 4, which is 10, and that is what I just went ahead to mark on my bust point line. And I'm also going to go ahead and mark the same thing on my chest line. This is going to guide me to form my armhole curve as well. Then I also marked my round under bust divided by 4, and then you add back the 2 inches dart intake. Remember, add back the 2 inches dart intake. You also go ahead and divide your waist by 4 and add back the 2 inches dart intake. Remember that you add back the dart intake. On my hip line, I marked my round hip divided by 4 and also added back the 2 inches dart intake. Now go ahead to connect your lines. So for connecting this line, I connected directly from my bust point to my waist and not necessarily to my underbust, and that is okay by me. And then from my waist I will now connect to my hip line, and then I went ahead to use a marker pen to mark out all the lines so that it can be visible. On my chest line, I came up by 2 inches and then I came in by half. At this point, we are trying to get the front armhole line. Kindly note that the front armhole line and the back armhole line is not exactly the same thing. So for the front armhole line, just go ahead to come up by 3 inches on your chest line and then come out by half inch and connect it together. Now, what I have from my shoulder slope to my chest line, I am going to go ahead and divide it into two. Please pay a close attention and I am going to get the midpoint. Now, on each side of the midpoint, I am going to take a dart intake of 0.75, which is 3/4 of an inch. At this point, you can do 1 inch on both sides if you want, but for me, I took out 0.75 on the two sides of the midpoint of my armhole, right? And then we are going to be connecting these lines back to our bust point. Now, there is something I want you to note on this particular part. When I am connecting these lines, I am going to make sure that it's as if the curve is running from the underbust to each side of the line. Don't just take a straight line from your bust point. I am trying to make a very nice curved line from the underbust to my armhole. I am trying to make sure that the line that is coming from my underbust is just an extension. It's looking like a curved C, right? And then I'm now going to go ahead to connect the second one. So after connecting, this is what I have, and then I'm just going to go ahead to through it with my curved ruler and my marker pen so that you see exactly what we have. So you can see the way and the smoothness of my curve. You can see the way it's as if the curve is coming from the underbust all the way up, right? Now I am going to go ahead to measure my curved line from my nipple point to my armhole line. And kindly note that the particular one that we are measuring is the one that is the longer part, right? Which is the particular one that is up. And then I marked out what I got from there. I am also going to be measuring the second one, and then I'm also going to extend the line to meet up with the other dart leg. So just pay attention and you will understand every single thing that I'm doing. When you are doing this, please be patient and make sure that the dart that you are taking is aligning and you are not missing any points, right? So once I've gotten where that is, I'll now go ahead to mark it. So what we are trying to do at this point is just to make sure that the two dart legs are aligning so that there is no shortage on your armhole, right? Then from that particular point, I will now reconnect back to my chest line because this is now our new armhole curve, right? So just go ahead to take a curve to your chest line and you can see exactly what we have. And then reconnect from your shoulder slope to the other dart leg. This is now where you'll be cutting out. So you can see how I was able to get that, right? Now, registration for our masterclass, our Blazer masterclass is currently ongoing. If you want to learn how to make a detailed blazer, just go ahead to click the WhatsApp link in the comments and it will bring you directly to my WhatsApp. The class fee is 15,000 naira. Now, in order to get our corset hemline, I am going to mark where I want my blouse to stop. On the side, I'll be using 22 inches, while on the center, I'll be using about 25 inches. Now, if you are joining this to your skirt and you don't want it this long, just go ahead to cut it on your waist, especially if you are joining it directly on the waist. Now, in order to connect that line, you are going to go ahead and fold in your dart, close up your dart intake. And you can see the way I did this. I made sure that my two waist lines are aligning. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take that curve. So before you do this curve, please go ahead and close up your dart legs, close up the dart intake so that your lines can align. So after connecting the line, this is what I have. And then I went ahead to open my pattern back. So you can see what we have for the front. Right now, let's quickly move over to the back pattern. So in order to draft my back pattern, I just went ahead to extend all my lines. And then for the zipper allowance we'll be using for this pattern, I'm using 1.5 inches, so just go ahead and mark out your zipper allowance. And then this particular line now is my zipper allowance. Remember that when you are making a dress, you start taking in your measurements after your zipper allowance, right? Then go ahead and mark out your shoulder. Remember that the shoulder we are working with divided by 2 is 8 inches. So I extended the line down to my chest line and then I went ahead to connect it together. Now on the neckline, remember that our neck width is 3.5 inches, 3.5. So I just went ahead to do that and then came down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. For the back of this blouse, I want it to be a V-neck. So I came down by 4 inches and then I went ahead to extend it down. So you can see that I'm trying to create a V-neck at the back part, right? And from there, I now extended it to my zipper line. Let's say you want it to be a round neck. All you have to do is to come down by maybe 1 inch or 1.5 inches and then connect it just the way I'm using a pencil to show you. So depending on which particular neck that you want to work with, that is what I'm just showing you right now. But for the sake of this pattern, we are going to be working with a V neckline, right? So also remember that we have a WhatsApp community of tailors. We are now over 700 tailors in that group that you can join. All you have to do is click the WhatsApp link in the comments and it will bring you directly to my WhatsApp to join. Now, on the armhole part, I divided what I have by 2 and then I came in by half. Remember that on the front part, we came up by 3 inches before coming in by half. But on the back pattern, I just divided what I have by 2 and then I'm just going to go ahead to now connect it with my curve. On my chest line, I marked my round bust divided by 2, which is 10, and then I marked it down. Now, just the same way you did for the front, go ahead and mark out your bust band, which is your nipple to nipple divided by 2, from your bust point all the way to your hip line. And then on each side of my line on the waist, I took out half inch on both sides and then I connected it to the bust point line, right? So at this point, we are trying to create the back dart. So now I've decided where I want the back of my blouse to stop. And on each side of that line, I'm going to go ahead to mark out half inch. Remember that if you are joining this to the waist of your skirt, you are going to stop at your waist. I just extended my line because I'm making a blouse, right? So now I went ahead to take in my horizontal measurement, and also remember to add back your dart when you are taking in this horizontal measurement. So divide your waist by 4, mark it down, and remember to add back the 1-inch dart that we took out, right? And you would also notice that my dart leg, I also took out half inch all the way to the hemline where I want my blouse to stop. And then I also had to connect the hip curve just to get the exact point where my hip line is supposed to be on the hemline of my blouse. And you can see exactly what we have. Now, in order for the zipper not to bulge, I am going to divide what I have on the zip allowance by 2, connect one side to the bust point and then to the hemline. Just minus about half of what you have only on the waistline, and then reconnect your line, right? Now, if you want to add yoke, you can see how I got a curve. I'm just using a free hand. I'm just drawing different style lines to show you what you can do. But now this is exactly what we'll be working with for this particular pattern. Now, if you have not joined our corset class, it is a very detailed class. So many of you have already joined. All you have to do is click the WhatsApp link in the comments. Remember that this period is the period to learn a new skill, and it's always good to invest back into your business. And this corset class is something that is going to make you millions if you learn how to sew it right. All you have to do is click the WhatsApp link in the comments, and it will bring you directly to my WhatsApp. Now, we have a fashion business course on this channel, and so many of you have joined. I've always been lamenting that it's not just about knowing how to sew. You need to learn how to scale your business, right? And that is by learning what happens with the fashion business course. Now, in order to join our fashion business course, all you have to do is click the join button showing on your screen right now, follow through with it, and then join our fashion business course so that you can learn. You can learn all the tips and tricks that will help you to move your business forward. Knowing how to sew alone will not get you there, right? So learn your fashion business course. Click that join button on your screen right now, and it will bring you directly to join the membership. The button is showing on your screen. Then at this point, I also went ahead to cut out my front pattern, and I'm also notching all sides, right? So in order for this video not to get too long, this is where we are going to stop. Now, if you are interested to see the sewing tutorial, comment part 2 in the comments, and also like this video, comment part 2, and I will bring it on. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Tekla Ezugu, and I can't wait to catch up with you in the sewing tutorial. And until the next video, bye.